So check this out. I might be onto something. Then again, I might not.
The Choctaw lived in one-room houses built of either log or adobe and then covered with mud and bark. The houses built by the men were windowless and had dirt floors. The house had a central fireplace which provided heat and served as cooking hearth. Along the outer walls were raised beds.
All right, so caught my ear was adobe at first, right? I'm like, adobe, isn't that stuff out west, you know? And I thought about it. No, duh. Okay? Because from what I've learned about my father's lineage, thanks to my big sister and our grandmother, is that, you know, tracing back our lineage, we're Coopers, right? On our father's side. But it's weird. Our family picks up, so far, our oldest grandfather we can trace starts out in Oklahoma, right? And his third grandson, the last Choctaw Cooper, he moves to Mississippi instead of Oklahoma, right? So I'm just trying to figure out, why does it start out there? Why doesn't it start the other way around, like on some type of Trail of Tears stuff? You know what I mean? So bear with me here. Here we have the adobe, and I was looking up the
Adobe, a primary construction material in southeastern Colorado. Adobe consists of clay, sand and water, often with other natural material, often straw or twigs, mixed in to serve as a key. If poorly maintained or neglected, adobe will melt and deteriorate, leaving many entirely adobe dwellings as only mounds of dirt.
So, like you said, what is adobe doing? But then again, it didn't specify in that, that piece there, where the Choctaws were. They just said that they built homes made of adobe and brick, right? Or adobe and sticks, I'm sorry. So,
Cooper and craftsmen who makes barrels, tubs, and other vessels from wooden staves and metal hoops, late 14th, late 12th, as a surname. Either from Old English but the word is unattested, or from a Low German source akin to Middle Dutch Cooper, East Frisian Cooper, from Low German Coupe, German Kuf, cask tub, vat, which is from or cognate with medieval Latin coupa, see coop, n.
Now watch this. See this here? Thought this was interesting, because all we ever hear, these names are European in origin. Check this one out.
Small cage for poultry, mid-14th, coop, from Old English sipe, sipa, large wicker basket. Cask, akin to Middle Dutch coupe, Swedish kupa, and all probably from Latin coupa, tub. Cask, from pi asterisk coop, hollow mound, C cup, n.
So I thought that last part there was interesting too, the hollow mound. But not saying it is. And then picking back over here with the 1828 Merriam-Webster. What got me, what made me even start to look into this was down here at the bottom, where it just shows, other recent examples on the web for the noun. I seen blacksmith, and I thought maybe that's the craftsman, right? But then it said Native American potteries and adobe house builders, and that's what I've been trying to get to the bottom of. What does that mean? Why would they throw that in there? But then there was the narrow, that's narrow, which we seen that was in the etymology. So I just thought that was interesting, just because that's what caught my eye, and I was trying to get to the bottom of that. Which this might be boring to a lot of people, but to other Coopers out there, I guess, then this might be interesting. I know adobe is Arabic in its roots, but the Spanish, borrow words from the Arabic language, so that's why, that's not a surprise. But I just thought that was interesting, the Native American pottery and adobe house builders. Now I want to show you a house that, I think when our people were out west, this is what we lived in. And here they are. Have you seen these? I was showing Arthur about these. I thought they were interesting. Look, they're round. I couldn't find the actual image, but when you go inside them, I seen inside there was it's probably about 5 steps when you go in the entryway down into the ground. Like they dug down into the ground, so the floor is cooler. You're not actually even with the floor level. You're not. I think 5 steps is an exaggeration. I think it was like 2 steps. The floor is cooler, and all around the inside, there's a stove in the middle of the room, like it said in the Choctaw we're living in. And all around the middle of the room, not the middle of the room, sorry, the walls on the towards the sides of the house. When you're on the inside, there's steps that lead to the top up there, almost like you would go up to the top to pray, at certain times at night or see the stars. Let me see here. I don't know if they'll show me another one that's like that. I'd seen it in a video, but see, it had a roof like this, where and you see how it was down into the ground like that too. It had a roof like that, and the walls on the inside though were steps on the inside of the wall, so you could walk up to the top of it. I said, I mean, they look better than a lot of the homes that they want us to live in, Plus, they were made from the ground. But I just thought it was interesting that see Adobe house builders and craftsmen and all that to hook connected to that name. And as you've seen, they're really not sure of the source to where that comes from with Cooper. So yeah, this just might only be interested to people that are named Cooper, but I just still thought it was interesting,